All right, so I just finished Doom: The Dark Ages on PlayStation 5 Pro, and then I'm working on it on the PC. I wanted to do a review for this game just because, man, I absolutely love this game. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on the differences between the past Doom games like 2016 and Eternal versus the Dark Ages. And I'm also just going to be telling you what I loved and what I didn't like so much. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. If you like this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the content. Doom: The Dark Ages, it's just one of those games, man. Like, once this game comes out, I drop everything else that I'm playing and I'm playing Doom because it is just so good. The fast-paced, chaotic nature of it, the gunplay. It's a reminder of why I love the first-person genre so much. This is a genre that I go back to 007 on the 64, and then Turok, and then like Seeds of Evil, and then eventually like Call of Duty and Halo. Like, I love the first-person genre, and we've seen so many iterations over the years, but Doom is always special. It's always been this special game that it's not for everyone. Like, it's not gonna click with everyone, but in terms of like fast paced, being very aggressive and checking your reflexes, like, this is a really good game where you can just get in, balls to the wall, try to survive, fighting enemies, and when it's crazy, it is such an adrenaline rush that I love these games for, man. I'll talk about some of the good stuff, some of the bad stuff. Bad out of the way first. Some of the more open world like level designs are kind of weird and okay. You find yourself backtracking a lot. So some of these levels have like these open-ended maps, and if you want to collect everything, you're gonna have to go here, come back here, grab this key that you needed for that door, and you're just constantly coming back and forth. You're constantly opening up the map to find out where you're going, what's next, and this kind of becomes a chore, but it didn't bother me that much just because if you want to complete the game like 100% each level, this is what you got to go through. And my argument to that is you kind of want to do that because that's where you pretty much are going to increase and level up your character, right? With guns, with gold. There's like hidden bosses, and once you kill them, they give you a permanent boost to life or shield, so on and so forth. So you pretty much want to do everything on the map. It's also, it is fun because you're constantly fighting. I think the back and forth nature kind of gets a little old, and opening your map constantly gets a little old. I do wish that there was a map on the bottom right, top right, whatever, that has like a mini map, and you can look at the mini map, but if you want a overall full view, then you can go to the map and look at it from there. I do wish there was a mini map. I think that would have probably alleviated most of opening the map and checking where you got to go next, and opening the map became part of the experience. This is not a huge gripe, but it was something that I found that I was doing a lot, especially in those open-ended maps. Another thing that I wish was in the game was dodging, at least side to side. I know this game is not vertical. You're not going up and double jumping and all that stuff like Eternal, but at least you could have given us a dodge to side, because there's so many enemies that shoot things. There's bosses that shoot stuff, and it would have been nice to kind of dodge from, side to side. It would have helped. And then the third thing, this is probably the biggest thing for me, is the lack of glory kills. The ones that we got from 2016 and Eternal that I loved so much, that so many people love. Like, Eternal had so many insane glory kills. In this one, it's like they are there, but they're very, very kind of basic and generic. You find yourself kicking or punching, and it's not really like a cool animation like before. I think this was a huge step down when it came to glory kills. Again, they're still kind of in the game, but they've been kind of dumbed down. And I thought that was like a really interesting choice, just because why take away something that's so badass and so awesome and became kind of like the core, like a core combat thing. When you knew the enemies were almost dead, you went for the glory kill. Again, the glory kills are still around, like when they're staggered, but the flair, the animation, the just the badass nature of them just feel like they've been watered down here. And I don't know why, man. It's a really interesting design, in my opinion. opinion. Maybe they wanted this one to be completely fast paced when you're in the combat, and glory kills kind of take you out of that immersion. I'm not sure, but this was kind of my biggest gripe, dude. Other than that, man, I freaking love this game. I love this game so much. I know it's not Doom Eternal, and I think in my first impressions, I did say that I probably, if I had to choose, it would be Doom Eternal, just because how freaking fast paced that was. Dodging, jumping, you're changing weapons constantly, and the glory kills. I think the end boss for Eternal was really lame, but throughout the whole experience, it was freaking good. And then 2016 is really more of a basic, Doom game compared to Eternal and Dark Ages. It's kind of, it was the one that was rebooted. It's badass. It's really fun, but I think they go balls out with Eternal and the Dark Ages. And I think 2016 was a little bit more simpler, but it was a really good game. I've seen like criticisms on people are not liking the Dark Ages, or they really, really love it. I'm happy that there's a new Doom game. It still holds its DNA. It is just such a ride, man. When you get into these like wave boss fights where there's a bunch of enemies and they're all over the place, and it's like you're playing chess on the battlefield. You're trying to figure out like, who do I need to take out? Who can wait? You're fighting fodder, and then you're fighting like mid-tier enemies, and then you're working your way to that boss. Like, it is such an adrenaline inducing game, and there are some really, really high moments in this game that just make me go, holy shit. It is phenomenal. Again, like I said in the beginning, it's like a reminder, man, like why to this day I still have like a love in my heart for first person shooters. I love Halo, Call of Duty. I'm tired of it over the years. There's first person shooters that have come and gone, but Doom is like, it's one of those games that like, man, it really tests you. It's a reflex heavy game where you're kind of all over the place doing your thing. There's a cool story this time around. Obviously, like the production level of this game is really insane. Graphics, fidelity, the cutscenes, it's all there. The main character, the Doom guy, doesn't say a word in this game. He takes off his helmet, by the way. I can't remember if his helmet was off in Doom Eternal or 2016. I can't remember, forgive me, but when I saw his face, I was like, oh shit, they're showing off his face. That's like showing off freaking, John 117 from Halo. That's like showing his face, and they wouldn't do that. But I did mention this in the first impressions. I gotta give credit to like the optimization, the just the quality of this game. You can tell like the people who are working on this, the people who made this game, like know what they're doing. They know how to optimize this game. The amount of things that's happening on screen, and the way the game can just kind of hold its own and not stutter, no frames are dropped, and it looks visually stunning. And then you have all of the action, all of the fighting, and the fast-paced nature of it. And like the game is just running flawlessly. I played it on the PS5 Pro, and I've played it on the PC. Obviously the PC, you're going to have higher settings, higher frame rates, and the game is just crazy looking on PC. But I loved it on the PS5 Pro. This is a game that you can play on consoles and really enjoy your time like the previous Dooms. I just wanted to give credit to id Software for being able to like create a game at this level, and it's so impressive, dude. It's like when you play this game and when you're in it, like you feel like you're playing this cutting edge game in the industry, dude. Like this is pushing shit, and that is something that I really appreciated from this game. I didn't have bugs, I didn't have stutters, I didn't have any problems. The gameplay has been flawless, the gameplay has been smooth and optimized very, very well, man. But those are my thoughts on Doom, The Dark Ages. I thought this was a badass game. Honestly, one of my favorite games of this year. I loved every moment of it. I can't wait to play more of this game, collect the gold skins, probably 100% everything on the map or the levels, and put this one away and then come back to it in the future. This game makes me want to play Doom 2016 again and Eternal. It reminds me why I love Doom so much, man. I thought this game was awesome. For those who are wondering, who haven't played the game, do you think that you'll enjoy it? Well, if you like Doom 2016 and if you liked Eternal, I think chances are you're going to find something you enjoy with this one. You're going to enjoy this one. I think so, man. Those are my thoughts. That is my review for Doom The Dark Ages. I love this game so much. I can't wait to keep playing it. But that is the video, man. If you like this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel, guys. And if you are, man, I appreciate you. You guys take it easy and peace.